Have you ever been on vacation and wondered, I wonder if there's a way I could get paid to do this? Or I wonder how I could get paid to travel the world? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about how not to pay federal or state taxes legally. Uh, when my story got started, I had backpacked around Europe for around 40 days into 7 different countries. And I'm like, wow, this is so different than what everybody believes it is in the US. I wonder how I could do this full time. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. So if this is your first time here, what's good? My name is Sam, and for those of you who are returning, it's good to freaking see you. All right, so over on TikTok, there's a link in the description. I've been talking about something called the foreign earned income exclusion, which basically allows you to not pay any federal or state taxes. And getting back to my trip backpacking around Europe, and I see that there is a completely different lifestyle that is possible. You can go live on a beach, right? I went to Spain recently and stayed in by the beach, walking distance, and food and restaurants and everything was in walking distance, and the rent was cheaper than my apartment. Or going out to dinner in Thailand and having the entire dinner be under $15 for 2 people, and I got 2 dishes. Or just being able to rent a taxi or an Uber, a Grab in Panama, and I have $3.50 to go from one side of the city to the other side of the city. The possibilities are all out there. It is completely predicated on how you want to live your life and your own happiness and fulfillment. Now, where I'm going to be doing a series over the next several months and years as I actually go through this process. But with the foreign earned income exclusion, you can essentially exclude about $108,000 of earned income from federal and state taxes. So let's just walk through a little bit of an example here. Let's say that you earn 100K a year, and your effective, which is just essentially your average tax rate between your state and the federal level, is 25%. So you're paying about $25,000 to the U.S. government to make 100 grand. Now, what you can do is travel abroad. So the government is essentially giving you an incentive. They're like, hey, Sam, I know you really like traveling around the world. So we actually have this piece of law that allows you to travel around the world, and we're going to pay you, right? They're going to allow me to keep my $25,000 to travel around the world. If you travel, you may think it's expensive, but it's really actually very small. And if you had another $2,000 per month, do you think you could get an entire apartment in another country? Easily. I actually pulled up a couple examples here. So this is in Budapest in Hungary. This is the capital city over there, and this is right downtown, so everything's within walking distance. Beautiful apartment, and it is $758. These type of deals are everywhere. I pulled up another one. This one is over in Thailand. I really enjoyed Thailand, but look at this. This is $500. It's $480 a month. You get a view in Pattaya. You get a view of the city from a penthouse apartment for $480. That is right in the city. You can get to the beach easily, food, entertainment, whatever you want, all right next door to this for $500 a month. Or maybe you actually prefer this type of view, right? This is in Tbilisi, Georgia, where you get this amazing view from this balcony for $652. And one of the things about this is that I'm using Airbnb to show you this, but if you go with any local website, there's going to be a discount that you're going to be able to achieve by going through a local site versus Airbnb. When you have the marketplace for these type of rentals, right, on the marketplace is going to be more efficient, which means the price is going to be higher. Now, if you go to a local source place, if you wanted to go to Tbilisi, Georgia, you could find probably the same type of apartment, same area, for somewhere between 10 to 30, 40% less than you would through Airbnb. If you want the convenience, then you're going to pay that higher price. But in either way, you get these beautiful apartments, or you can get an entire place. Like this entire condo is absolutely stunning for $480 a month in Thailand. This is a beautiful, look at the views in here. This is absolutely stunning for $480 a month. Or this place in Budapest where there's a beach where this is in walking distance. There's only like one beach right in the middle of the city. It's essentially a tiny little island, but that is beside the point. And you can take that $200,000 or that $2,000 per month the U.S. government is giving you, and depending on your lifestyle, just live off of $2,000 or cut back your expenses over here and have a higher quality life. So now let's take a look at this from a different perspective here. Let's assume that you're going to save your $2,000 per month, right? So you're getting $2,000 more per month. And let's assume that when you're in the US, you're spending, let's say, $3,000, right? Wow, that was a bad $3,000. Let's say you're spending $3,000 per month with everything, right? That's your food, that's your housing costs, all that other stuff. Now, you could take that $3,000 and cut it by 10 to 50%, depending on your preferences. So if you were to cut that, let's just say by 20%, right? So 10% is 300, 20% is another $600. So you got another $600 of savings, right? So by going abroad, you're effectively saving 20, and this is actually higher than this, right? Because it's $25,000. It's another. This is actually closer to 2083, I think it is. If you do the math, this is $2,083 per month that you're actually saving. If you take 25,000 divided by 12 months, that's what it comes out to be. So you're effectively saving around $2,700 per month. $2,700 a month. That your living expenses are already paid for. Remember, your food, your transportation, your house, your gym membership, all of that's already paid for by going abroad. The bonus is that you get to increase your lifestyle, right? You have $2,700 extra dollars. So maybe you don't want this apartment. Maybe you want something even nicer. Maybe you want something that's $1,200 and you get a luxury condo that's even nicer than this, right? Or maybe this, right, isn't good enough for you and you want something nicer. This is $652, so you pay $1,000 a month. Or maybe this beautiful condo in a high rise in Thailand is not good enough for you, so you choose something else. Well, when you don't have to pay federal or state taxes up to $108,000, you have $2,700 extra to spend. So even if you took 50% of that, that would be $1,350 a month that you can use to increase your lifestyle. Plus, right, your cost of living is going to be less. So now you're effectively spending $1,350 plus $2,450. So that comes out to be, what is that, $3,750? So you're effectively spending 20% more on your lifestyle instead of giving it to the government. And you take another $1,350 and you invest that into your business, you invest that into yourself, you invest that into the stock market, you invest that into real estate, you invest that into other people's businesses. There is a tremendous arbitrage here that can happen, and it's not being captured by a lot of people. I see it's starting to gain momentum, but there's a tremendous opportunity here to gain perspective and grow your wealth, right? Because there's three areas that people mainly focus on: their health, their wealth, and health, wealth, and relationships. Those are the three areas, right, that people tend to focus on. By making this simple change, you can grow your wealth substantially faster, which means that you could work less, right? Maybe you don't want to increase your lifestyle by $1,350 a month. Maybe you're good with staying at $2,600 and keeping a very similar, but now living exactly where you would like to live, right? On a beach, in a mountain, at a cottage, where the fuck you want to live, right? In a city center. And you could work less. So you could increase your wealth. You have more time, so you can use that time to invest in your relationships, whether that's an intimate relationship or other family relationships or other things, and develop yourself more. Or you could use it to work on the other area, right? We've got health, wealth, and relationships. So you can use some of that time to work on your own health, just by making this small little change. Love to hear what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. If you guys want to jump over to TikTok, there's a link in the description. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. I am going to be doing this and executing it along with what I am learning through the process. So if you want to follow along, make sure you press that subscribe button and that bell notification. As I go through this process, I'll tell you what I learn, and I think more importantly, talk about the psychological benefits you get from going through and taking these actions and how that translates into my day-to-day life. Now think for a second, if you're a business owner, right? Because in order to be able to do this, you have to have some source of income that is independently it's not tied to any one geographic location, whether you're freelancing, whether you have your own online business, whether you're there's thousands and thousands of ways to make money online, or you could work for a foreign company, or you could work for a US company abroad. There's many different ways to do this. If it's curious for you, start the process now. Reach out to me on Instagram, link in the description. But there is a tremendous opportunity here to think about this in the long run, when you don't have to make micro decisions about tax consequences in a business, and you can focus on making the most beneficial long-term decisions for the business without having to consider the tax consequences. Because there's actually a strategy, and I'm going to get into that more in depth in future videos, where you can set up shop in, say, 3 or 4 different countries and have citizenships in multiple countries and not pay taxes at all, period, even above $108,000. That's what I'm going to be working on over the next 5 years. So if you want to follow along, make sure to press that subscribe button and that bell notification, so YouTube will notify you when I post a new video. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Peace.